that was the clip of Samuel L. Jackson. Now, if you saw the clip, that means YouTube let it go through. If not, that means I was flagged. This is the story of actor Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel Leroy Jackson was born on December 21st, 1948, is an American actor and producer, one of the most widely recognized actors of his generation. The films in which he has appeared have collectively grossed over $27 billion worldwide, making him the second highest grossing actor of all time. According to a more recent rating, he is the highest grossing actor of all time. In 2022, he received the Academy Honorary Award as a cultural icon whose dynamic work has resonated across genres and generations and audiences worldwide. Samuel made his professional theater debut in Mother Courage and Her Children in 1980 at the Public Theater. From 1981 to 1983, he originated the role of Private Lewis Henderson in a Soldier Story play off Broadway. He also originated the role of Boy Willie in August Wilson's The Piano Lesson in 1987 at the Yale Repertory Theater. He portrayed Martin Luther King Jr. in the Broadway play The Mountaintop in 2011. He returned to Broadway in the 2022 revival of The Piano Lesson playing Dorca Childs, for which he received a Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Play nomination. Sam's early film roles include Coming to America in 1988, Juice in 92, True Romance in 93, Menace to Society in 93, and Fresh in 94. His collaboration with Spike Lee led to greater prominence with films such as School Days in 88, Do the Right Thing in 89, Mo Better Blues in 1990, Jungle Fever in 91, Oh Boy in 2013, and Chirac in 2015. His breakout performance was as Jules Winfield in Quentin Tarantino's crime drama Pulp Fiction in 94, which earned him a BAFTA Award win and a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. He further collaborated with Tarantino, acting in Jackie Brown in 1997, Django Unchained in 2012, and The Hateful Eight in 2015. He also gained widespread recognition as the Jedi Mace Windu in the Star Wars prequel trilogy through 1999 to 2005, and Nick Fury in 11 Marvel Cinematic Universe films, beginning with Iron Man in 2008, as well as guest starring in the ABC series Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Sam has provided his voice for Lucius Best, Frozone in the Pixar films The Incredibles in 2004 and The Incredibles 2 in 2018. He has also acted in a number of big budget films, including Die Hard with a Vengeance in 95, A Time to Kill in 96, Unbreakable in 2000, Shaft in 2000, and its reboot in 2019. Triple X in 2002, Coach Carter in 2005, Snakes on a Plane in 2006, Kingsman, The Secret Service in 2014, and Glass in 2019. Samuel Leroy Jackson was born in Washington, D.C., the only child of Elizabeth Harriet and Roy Henry Jackson. He grew up in Chattanooga, Tennessee. His father lived away from the family in Kansas City, Missouri, and later passed away from alcoholism. Samuel met him only twice during his life. He was raised by his mother, a factory worker, and later a supplies buyer for a mental institution. He was also raised by his maternal grandparents, Edgar and Pearl Montgomery, as well as extended family. According to DNA tests, Sam partially descends from the Benga people of Gabon and became a naturalized citizen of Gabon in 2019. He attended several segregated schools and graduated from Riverside High School in Chattanooga. He played the French horn, piccolo, trumpet, and flute in the school orchestra. He developed a stutter during childhood and learned to pretend to be other people who didn't stutter. He still uses the word motherfucker to get through a speech block. He still has days where he stutters. Initially intent on pursuing a degree in marine biology, he attended Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. After joining a local acting group to earn extra points in a class, he found an interest in acting and switched to his major. Before graduating in 1972, he co-founded the Just Us Theater. After Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination in 1968, Sam attended his funeral in Atlanta as one of the ushers. He then traveled to Memphis, Tennessee to join an equal rights protest march. In a 2005 Parade interview, he said, "I was angry about the assassination, but I wasn't shocked by it. I knew that change was going to take something different, not sit-ins, not peaceful coexistence." In 1969, he and several other students held members of the Morehouse College Board of Trustees, including Martin Luther King Sr., hostage on the campus, demanding reform in the school's curriculum and governance. The college eventually agreed to change its policy, but Sam was charged with and eventually convicted of unlawful confinement, a second-degree felony. He was suspended for 2 years for his criminal record and his actions. He would later return to the college to earn a BA in drama in 1972. While he was suspended, he took a job as a social worker in Los Angeles. He decided to return to Atlanta, where he met with Stokely Carmichael, H. Rap Brown, and others active in the Black Power movement. He began to feel empowered with his involvement in the movement, especially when the group began buying firearms. However, before he could become involved with any significant armed confrontations, his mother sent him to Los Angeles after the FBI warned her that he would die within a year if he remained with the group. In a 2018 interview with Vogue, he denied having been a member of the Black Panther Party. Samuel Jackson initially majored in marine biology at Morehouse College before switching to architecture. He later settled on drama after taking a public speaking class and appearing in a version of the Three-Penny Opera. He began acting on the stage, including Home in A Soldier's Play, which was the inspiration for the 1984 film A Soldier's Story. He appeared in several television films and made his feature film debut in the blaxploitation independent film Together for Days in 1972. After these initial roles, Sam moved from Atlanta to New York City in 1976 and spent the next decade appearing in stage plays, including the premieres of The Piano Lesson and Two Trains Running at the Yale Repertory Theater. To supplement his income while auditioning, he worked at the Manhattan Plaza apartment complex as an overnight security guard. He developed addictions to alcohol and a white girl, which prevented him from proceeding with the two plays to Broadway actors. Charles S. Dutton and Anthony Chisholm took his place. After a 1981 performance in the play, A Soldier's Play, Sam was introduced to director Spike Lee, who would cast him for small roles in School Days in 1988 and Do the Right Thing in 1989. He also worked for 3 years as a stand-in for Bill Cosby on The Cosby Show. Throughout his early film career, mainly in minimal roles in films such as Coming to America in 1988 and various television films, he was mentored by Morgan Freeman. Sam played a minor role in the 1990 Martin Scorsese film Goodfellas as real-life mafia associate Stax Edwards. Having overdosed on heroin several times, he switched to the white girl. His family entered him into a New York rehab clinic. After he completed rehabilitation, he appeared in Jungle Fever as a crack cocaine addict. He said that the role was cathartic. Approximately a week after leaving the rehab clinic, he was on set ready to start filming. His performance was so acclaimed that the jury of 1991 Cannes Film Festival added a special supporting actor award just for him. Following his role, Sam became involved with the comedy Strictly Business and dramas Juice and Patriot Games. He then moved on to two other comedies. National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1, his first starring role in Amos and Andrew. He worked with director Steven Spielberg in 1993's Jurassic Park. After a turn as the criminal Big Don in 1993's True Romance, written by Quentin Tarantino and directed by Tony Scott, Tarantino asked him to play Jules Winfield in Pulp Fiction 1994. He was surprised to learn that the part had been specifically written for him. To know that somebody had written something like Jules for me, I was overwhelmed, thankful, arrogant, this whole combination of things that you could be, knowing that somebody's going to give you an opportunity like that. Pulp Fiction was Sam's 13th film, made him internationally recognized, and he received praise from critics. After playing Pulp Fiction, Sam received multiple scripts to review. I could easily have made a career out of playing Jules over the years. With the succession of poor performing films such as Kiss of Death, The Great White Hype, and Losing Isaiah, he began to receive poor reviews from critics who had praised his performance in Pulp Fiction. This ended with his involvement in the two box office successes, Die Hard with a Vengeance, starring alongside Bruce Willis in the third installment of the Die Hard franchise, and A Time to Kill, where he played a father put on trial for killing two men who R-worded his daughter. For A Time to Kill, he earned a NAACP Image Award for Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture and a Golden Globe nomination for a Best Supporting Actor. On June 13, 2000, Sam was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at 7018 Hollywood Boulevard. He starred in the 2000 remake of Shaft. Throughout Samuel's career, he appeared in many films alongside mainstream rappers. These include Tupac Shakur in Juice, Queen Latifah in Juice, Sphere, Jungle Fever, Method Man in 187, LL Cool J in Deep Blue Sea, and SWAT and Busta Rhymes in Shaft, and a plethora of other films with other prominent rappers. He also appeared in 2021 movie Spiral from the Book of Saw alongside Chris Rock. After an 11-year hiatus from the stage, Stan returned to Broadway as Dorcas Charles in a revival of August Wilson's The Piano Lesson. He is set to produce a live-action film adaptation of Afro Samurai and would play the role of Shonuff in the remake of The Last Dragon. In 1980, Samuel Jackson married actress and producer Latanya Richardson, whom he met while attending Morehouse College. The couple have a daughter named Zoe, born in 1982. In 2009, they started their own charity to help support education. He is naturally bald but enjoys wearing wigs in his films. When he first started to lose his hair, it was during the era when everybody had a lot of hair. All of a sudden, he felt this big hole in the middle of his afro. He couldn't face having a comb over, so he quickly figured out what the suitable haircut was for him. His first bald role was in The Great White Hype. He usually gets to pick his own hairstyle for each character he portrays. He poked fun at his baldness the first time he appeared bald on The Tonight Show, explaining that he had to shave his head for one role, but then kept receiving more and more bald roles and had to keep shaving his head so that wigs can be made for him. He has a clause in his contract that allows him to play golf during film shoots. He has played in the Gary Player Invitational Charity Golf Tournament to assist Gary Player in raising funds for children in South Africa. He is a keen basketball fan, supporting the Toronto Raptors and the Harlem Globetrotters. Sam campaigned during the 2008 Democratic primary for Barack Obama in Texarkana, Texas. He said, "Barack Obama represents everything I was told I could be growing up. I am a child of segregation. When I grew up and people told me I could be president, I knew it was a lie. But now we have a representative. The American dream is a reality. Anyone can grow up to be president." He also stated that he voted for Obama because he's black. That's why other folks vote for other people, because they look like them. In December 2012, he compared his Django Unchained character, a villainous house slave who sides with his white oppressors, to black conservative Justice Clarence Thomas, and said that the character had the same moral compass as Clarence. Following the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade in June 2022, he again criticized Thomas, referring to him as Uncle Clarence and asking how Clarence, who is married to white attorney Jenny Thomas, feels about overturning Loving v. Virginia, a Supreme Court ruling which allowed interracial marriages. In August 2013, he started following a vegan diet for health reasons, explaining that he is just trying to live forever. He attributed his 40-pound weight loss to the diet. He launched a campaign called One for the Boys, which teaches men about testicular cancer and urges them to get themselves checked out. He was granted Gabonese citizenship in 2019 after the results of a DNA test claimed to link him to the country's Benga ethnic group. We all know Samuel Jackson's favorite epithet, motherfucker. Okay, y'all. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.